Well, obviously it's disappointing to lose good, hard-working Conservative councillors, and I'm grateful to them for all their service in local government, keeping council tax low and delivering services for local people. But we've still got lots of results to come as well. And there are also things that I would point to. Harlow, for example, where Keir Starmer held a rally just on Wednesday saying that was a place that he had to win, to be on track to win a general election. That hasn't happened, and indeed we're still waiting for the result in the Tees Valley mayoralty just near to here, which is obviously a very important test as well. Battleground. I'm focused completely on the job at hand. That's delivering for people across the country. If you just look at what we're doing in the last week or so alone, a £900 tax cut hitting people's payslips, the first failed asylum seeker off to Rwanda. At the same time, what have Labour said? Well, they said that they are going to scrap the Rwanda scheme and, as far as I can tell, offer an amnesty to illegal migrants. That's no way to solve that problem, which is important to people right up and down the country.
Okay.
Well, last week I announced a historic increase in our defence spending to 2.5% of GDP because I believe as Prime Minister that's necessary to keep our country safe from the increasing threats that we face. And today I'll be speaking at a passing out parade and paying tribute and congratulating some of our brave armed forces personnel. Well, obviously, I haven't seen the judgment, so I can't comment on that in detail. But with regard to net zero in general, what I would say is I'm proud of our track record. We've decarbonised faster than any other major economy around the world, cutting carbon emissions by 50%. But last year, I set out a more pragmatic approach to get to net zero. Of course, we believe in it. I want to get there. But we're going to do that in a way that doesn't saddle families with bills that we don't need to.
Hey, how are you?
Well done, you. Well done. Well done.
Right, well, good to see you all here. Thanks very much for coming. Obviously, the election today, absolutely fantastic. I am just so relieved, humbled, proud to get a third term as the Tees Valley Mayor, as a place where I've born, grown up, lived all my life, have such fantastic friends and family. And again, just really proud to be able to continue with the progress that we've made over the last 7 years, right? The plan is still underway. There's still a lot more to do. There's still a lot more progress that needs to be done. But to get 4 more years to implement that plan, I think is absolutely wonderful. I just hope to be able to make as much progress as we have over the first 7 years. But there's a huge weight of responsibility that comes with that as well. You know, the fact that we've got the backing of people right across the region when people thought that we weren't going to win. You know, we've had the Labour Party camped here for the last 2 weeks. The whole shadow cabinet have basically funded the tourism industry in Teesside for the last 2 weeks. Because they thought they were going to win it, right? They thought they were going to have it, but they were nowhere near in the end. And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that backed me across this region. This is a vote for you. This is a vote for Teesside, Darlington and Hartlepool, and I absolutely promise to repay you. But at the same time, it's also about this man next to me, because I could not have delivered the things that we've delivered in this region without you, Prime Minister, whether it's the Freeport in Redcar, whether it's bringing the Treasury and the Darlington Economic Campus now to Darlington, creating hundreds and hundreds of jobs, going to be 2,000 in a couple of years, 9,000 jobs created on the Freeport, employment up 5.4% since I was elected in 2017. Teesside wouldn't have had those things if it wasn't for the contribution that you made, Prime Minister. So thank you very much for everything that you've done as well. And here's to 4 more years.
It's 4 more years. Well, Ben, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It's absolutely great to be here with your re-elected Mayor of Teesside. And as Ben said, the Labour Party threw absolutely everything at this election. Keir Starmer came here twice, Rachel Reeves came here 3 times, but even they couldn't dislodge Ben and the fantastic Conservative team, right? And they also threw a lot of mud, it needs to be said, in this election, because they were angry that Ben has delivered more for this region in 7 years than Labour Party managed in 30 years, right? And actually, you know, look where we're standing. You know, when Ben came into the office, this airport was going to be closed down, right? And now more flights to more places than ever before. The steelworks, desolate, now part of one of the most exciting regeneration projects anywhere in the world. And you and I, we worked together on some great things.
Absolutely.
Made sure that the Treasury is in Darlington, putting this region at the heart of government. The Freeport, as you said, the largest in Europe, attracting thousands of jobs and investment to the area. Now that is levelling up in action. That is what you get with Ben taking bold decisions for this region. That is the Conservatives delivering. And I've got a message for the Labour Party too, because they know that they had to win here in order to win a general election. They know that. They assumed that Tees Valley would just stroll back to them, but it didn't. It didn't. People knew that they couldn't be taken for granted. They knew that it was Ben and the Conservatives that delivered for them, and they stuck with you in this election. And I know that come the general election, they're going to stick with us too, because they don't want to be taken for granted, and they know that it's you and it's the Conservatives that are building a brighter future for Teesside and a brighter future for Britain. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks for all your help.
All right. Hello.
I don't think anybody could read the results here in York and North Yorkshire and say that Labour hasn't won or the voters are unconvinced. This is a historic victory. The villages and towns of North Yorkshire, this is the heart of Tory territory. We've taken our positive case to the voters and they have now voted in, historically, the new mayor here. That is a very important step. It's an indication for us of all the hard work we've done, and it's not inconsistent with the pattern across the country where we've seen wins for the Labour Party across the whole of the country. So this is a very good day for Labour. It is a sign of real progress, and I do think that the Prime Minister needs to reflect on the message that voters are sending to him across the country, which is it's time for change. I'm very pleased to be here in Northallerton celebrating Labour winning in York and North Yorkshire. Many people would have said that is not possible. The Labour Party can't win in the Tory heartland, so you can't go to the Prime Minister's constituency and stand there celebrating the victory, but we've done it. And we've done it for a number of reasons. One, people are absolutely fed up with the Tory government now after 14 years of chaos and division. Two, they can see a changed Labour Party. They can see that we're fundamentally and unrecognisably different from the Labour Party of 2019. And for that reason, they felt they could put their trust and confidence in us. And I say thank you to everybody who did vote for us. We will not let you down. We've heard the message, which is let's turn the page on decline and usher in renewal for our country, renewal for York and North Yorkshire. So I'm very, very pleased today. It's a significant step in our political history.
30% stop and low turnout. How does it mean over the rest of the election?
Well, these kind of elections tend to have lower turnouts than a general election, but the proportion of votes that were cast in our favour is very, very encouraging. But also to win votes in areas where we wouldn't win votes. That's very important to me because I want to be able to bring the whole country together. I want to persuade people who may not have voted Labour before, I get that they can now cast their vote for a changed Labour Party. So I'm very, very pleased and heartened that this is, if you like, vindication of the work that we've done to change the Labour Party. Thank you.
Okay, good to see you. How disappointed are you not to have won the Tees Valley mayoral election, particularly after you visited several times?
Well, look, I'm very pleased with the overall results. We had a massive swing in Blackpool, 26%. That's the fifth by-election swing of over 20% in a row. So that is history in the making. We've won councils across the country, Hartlepool in the north, Redditch, a bellwether seat, Rushmore in the south, traditional Tory territory. We worked really hard in Teesside for the vote up there, the mayoral vote, and there was a swing of 17% to Labour. So that is very significant because that means every underlying constituency on that analysis would fall to the Labour Party in the general election. That is real progress. So I'm pleased that we made that kind of progress.
Thank you.